Well, hi. This is Earl with another video for the Tenacious Golf Tour. I figure I'm probably bordering on overplaying this game at the moment. We already did a video. I didn't really play it though, so let's see how this works out. But I really have to. I am a little hesitant to do too much when it comes to the History Maker golf stuff because I really just, I don't know. I just, I got a thumbs down earlier today, which, not a big deal, and I really don't pay. I'm really not trying to pay any attention to them, but on the other hand, I am cognizant of the fact that this started out as a baseball channel, and doing golf videos is not everybody's cup of tea. But it's what I have out here, and I'm kind of like ready to go, so I'm just gonna get going. So this is the NorCal Open, stands for Northern California. Could have found another term for it, but I'm trying to be a little creative and not just use something that sounds like the regular tournament's name. So where do we stand? As I mentioned in the video earlier, we have 156 golfers who have qualified. 107 of them are regular tour members, and then 49 are qualifiers. And so I'm basically at the point where I'm going to be combining the qualifiers and the tour members and sorting out stacks and then rolling off for the cut. So basically it's the first two rounds that we're going to do here. So be right back with that. You'll see a little splash screen, and I'll set the camera up and we will go. So be right back here on the Tenacious Golf Tour, here Tabletop Baseball Plus channel. Okay, so we're back here. I'm just trying to get things finalized and squared away and all that jazz. So I'm going to put these guys over here. It's not really important for you to see those. I mean, you'll just see what's being put on here. So we have three piles. If you've watched this process before, you will know that there are a couple things that we have to do. We roll two six-sided dice. We form morning and afternoon piles, which will each contain 78 golfers, is that right? Each, roughly. Again, it's not an extremely detailed process. You don't have to have it right at 78 for both, but we just do the best we can. So then from there, you take those two piles. Each pile you'll split into 8 separate piles, and then you roll off of this chart here the two D6s, and the combination you read in ascending order, and from there you do exactly what it says. You'll randomly draw a certain number of golfers. You'll choose the top remaining out of those each pile, and you might choose an outstanding golfer in the process as well, or 3 or 4 or 5 or 10 or who knows how many. But I basically have 3 piles here right now. I have tour members number 2 and tour members number 1. I just split them up randomly. I didn't really do anything. And then here's the qualifiers that I figured out from earlier, so I'm going to have to figure out how best to combine these, and I would prefer to make them as as randomized as physically possible, but on the other hand, there's nothing saying that they have to be randomized. Because, you know, so what I'm going to do is at the moment just kind of combine them all. I'm going to put some of each of these all through, and then we're just going to keep moving along here. So I'm just doing a quick shuffle at the moment, trying to get these all tossed in here. And, you know, I think the bottom line from what Keith has done here is it's more or less saying it's not a randomized process, but there is some random luck. The guys aren't all that dissimilar. You're going to have players who perform really well at certain courses. You're going to have some players just perform really well because it's their week, and then you're going to have some that, you know, once you hit the weekend, the nerves hit. And so I think he's done all right in coming up with a mechanism that approximates all that. It's not meant to be perfect. It's as no game can be, but, you know, we'll do the best we can here. So I just keep, you know, trying to shuffle these in. It's not easy because the cards are somewhat sticky in nature. You know, it's card stock, so they're the texture of them somewhat adds to their desire to adhere to each other in a way, and so there's just a lot of friction in getting them to shuffle evenly into a pile. But, you know, we just do the best we can here. And all right, I'm just going to call that good. So now what we'll do, we've thought about the best. I mean, we could do a full, like, spread them out and then pull them back together, and, you know, or spread them out, like, shuffle them around. But I'm not sure that really helps much of anything either. So, okay, let's go ahead and make our morning and afternoon pairings. This is probably a couple too many here, so let's take there's a card or two that's upside down, but we'll stick with it. Yeah, that's pretty good. Okay, so morning and afternoon, we're going to put the afternoon off to the side for now. We'll do the morning. So again, I have this little notebook here that I keep, and what I want to do is I'm going to sort of track numbers. So I have a good idea of how many cards I should be accruing through the process, so that way I can see at the end if we have enough for the cut or if we need to do something else. So that's pretty close. That's pretty close. Okay, that's pretty close. So now we've got 4. Now we need to I'm going to split each of these into packs. And again, it doesn't have to be perfect. It's just, here, I'm going to tilt this a little bit more. It's just an approximation in a way. You know, you want to do the best you can, but all right, so what I'm going to do now is instead I'm going to do this like this, so that way I have a little more room, and this guy was underneath, so let's put it back in. Okay. So there are those. I want to have some room to be able to lay out down here the cards, because I had someone message me about how I do the D20, why I use the D20 or how I use it. And so I just wanted to give it, you know, we're going to see it a few times right here. So I'm going to get out. This is the D20. It's like colors are good for nothing when it comes to baseball teams. It's just like as you can see, it's sort of like it's very colorful, but you wouldn't pick that for any one team. So I'm going to take the white and the black, and those are going to be our dice we use. And so let's get started here with the cut. We're going to need 16 rolls. So we'll start with this one here. And we'll roll, save the D6. Just a second, I want to get rid of these before I do something with them. Before I like knock them and send them flying across the room and I can't find them anymore. Alright, so here we go, pile number 1. It's a 33, so if you look here, there's going to be no top golfers, they're all draw. So we draw 3. And actually, just a second. I think I want to wait before I actually write that down. This thing has... Come on, why are you acting like that? There we go. Okay, so I believe this is the round where ties are... I always forget, but I think this is the round where ties are just carried in. Tournament mode. Allow any golfers tied for the last remaining spot in the stack to make the cut. Well, we don't need to worry about that right now, but yeah, we're going to... And actually, because we're drawing 3, we can write that down. So, this is how I do it. I just take the cards, and I usually start with them upside down. Let me see, I got a couple comments. Hi, Mr. Moley. These are the fictional players, Al. I know that some people aren't into that, but these are fictional, so... and I'm going to turn this I'm trying to get this a little bit more so you can have as much of the table as possible. Over here's where the cut pile is going to be. So I just take these from turned over, and then what I've been doing lately is I just go ahead and count them all out. So we've got 1, and I tend to take them over upside down, holding to the light, so that way I can ensure that they are singletons instead of 2 stuck together or more, because these cards do have the propensity to stick together. There's 4. This does take a little while, but I also like using the D20 so that I think it's very easy for a person when you fan out cards and select randomly in that style to not take the ends or maybe be too liberal in taking the ends. So I just think rolling the D20 is probably the best way. So that's 8, 9, 10. Gil Granbury might get left out of this cut here. So that 11, 5, 10, 11. So we'll see if Granbury makes it. It's going to be 3 draw golfers. So what I do is I roll the D20. I count from here. Let's say it's 7. It'll be this guy. Then we would go with the next roll. Then this would be 1. And we kind of go around again. So here we go. So here we go. And again, Granbury is as a 1B. He's also, I think he might be... I'm trying to remember. I think he might be on top of the money list, but he's definitely in the top 5. So the first roll is a 16. So we had 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16. Lucas Bergman will make the cut. Gonna roll again. 9, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. Porter Davies. And then one more. So what do we have left? So this is where Porter Davies was. That means we have 9 left. What you need is probably 15 for Granbury, or 15 or 6. And that is not a 6, that's a 9 if you can see it. It might not be very visible, but that is a 9. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. Waki Inoue. And these guys are all going to miss the cut, so we get 3 out of that pile. And Gil Granbury has a rough Thursday and Friday, and we'll put those in the pile. All right, so pile number 2. So 15, I believe that is 1 draw and 4 top. Yes. Or wait, no, that's 4 draw, 1 top. So kind of the way they do this is this is the sum, and this is the number of top golfers. So as you can see, you get to 36. It's draw 3, top 3. 35 is draw 2, top 3. So in 35, that would be the number of top golfers. But all right, so we need to draw 4 out of this, and then the top 1 left over. So let's get them turned over. 1, 2, 3, 4. Emmerich's in this. He will get through being the top golfer at the very least. It's funny how the guy with the best rating always stands out in your head. And so that's 7. Nishiki Kawahara in this pile, winner of the Tournament of Champions, or whatever I called that. Hawaiian Challenge. Ryan brought us. So did I? I didn't check all these. Let me double check any of them. Okay, let's get the last couple here. It's fine. I think CJ Hope was in the qualifiers, the qualifying rounds last time. So what do we have here? 9. And here is Ziggy oh no, that's Andy Jansen. I thought that was Ziggy. I saw the J. I'm like, okay. So we got 10 in this pile, so we're going to take 4 that are drawn, and then the top guy left. So 20, that's going to be Jansen, right? 10 and 10. 13, so we start back from here. 9, 10, 11, 12, 13. Emmerich will get in on a draw, so someone with a high rating lower will have a chance. So 2 more. 5. It'll be Broadus. He was in the mix last time. And now, starting from Washburn, we go 5, and it'll be Tom Sudbury. And I think Kawahara is going to miss the cut. It's going to be CJ Hope. He is the top golfer left, and so we've got 5 out of this for a total of 8 so far. What we're hoping to get is around 70 total, and all these guys here, including, as I said, Nishiki Kawahara, he'll miss the cut. So okay, third pile. So it'll be 5 total, and 2 draw and 3 top. Yep. Okay. So there's Sears, Percival. We've only got 8 here in this pile, so going to lose 3 out of this. So let's roll out our 2. So 12, so 8, 9, 10, 11, 12. Parker Melton. 18, so that's 7, 14, 15, 16, 17. Alan Duvall. And that's it. So now we take the top golfers after that, and it's going to be 3A. 3B, so Sears, Simonowski, and Chris Funk. So we're going to have one of my custom-made cards make it through. So we'll see how he ends up turning out. And that was a total of 5 golfers, so we're up to 13. So in theory, what you'd want to have is kind of 35 and 35, thereabouts. So if you think about it, 17. So we get 4 out of this. Wait, I don't need to roll D20. Okay, so there's going to be 2 top golfers and 3 draws. So 1, to double check here. So, I mean, this takes a little bit of time. The other thing that took a little bit of time today was thumbing through all of the cards to find the guys that I was pulling out of the tournament. There's really no rhyme or reason to these cards when you get in there, so to have to go through and find the ones that you don't want in there can be a bit of a process. So, all right, so we've got, what, 10 there? 5, 10. Yep, so we're going to draw 3. So Ollinger, the first one, that's a number 1. He'll make the cut. Then we got 17, so this is 9, 18, 17, John Hudspeth. Then one more draw. 4, 1, 2, 3, 4. David Alvestead. Guess what? He's got a 3C rating, but he keeps popping around here. So Martin Van Dyke will make the cut. We get 2, and it's going to be Rance Aberley, and that's it, a 2A. Braden LaSalle Jr. will miss out, and that'll be it for that pile. So we've got a total of 18 so far who have made the cut. Go to our next pile. 44. I think that is 4 top golfers. That's it. Oh, no. Draw 1. So it's going to be a 5er. Pile 5. We draw 1 and give the top 4 remaining. So Ozzie Valenti was a qualifier. Let's double check here. 2, 3, 4, 5. Wow, this is going to be. We're gonna only lose 1 out of this. We're gonna get draw what 1? Draw 1 in the top 4 that are left. So we got 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. Terry Berry, and then the top 4 that are left. So we've got 3s, a 4A and a 4B. Sage Hess. See you later. Not so sage. Next one, number 6. 33. This is the top 3. Oh, no, this is draw 3. Okay. No top golfers out of this. And so we automatically just have 3. Soren Overgaard. Let's see. So and I'll tell you what, there's a lot of behind the scenes work that goes on the PC. I developed I've developed some Google Sheets to track everything, all the leaders and stuff, and so there's some back, sort of back in the dark spaces stuff that I need to do in order to organize that information. So here we go. That's another 10, and we draw 3. So 16, that means number 6, Lucas Rooney. That's a 1, if you can see it. That's Malcolm Wiles. There's an 18. So 8, 16, 17, 18, Dale George. The rest of these guys are going to grab a quick flight out. Unless they're in campers, then they'll get in their camper and pull up stakes or whatever you do when you have a camper. And number 7. So 56. Draw 1 top 5. So this is going to be a lot of top golfers coming out of this. There's one of my. I developed that name myself right there, Nick Nackland. I thought that was kind of fun. Whether it is or not, I don't know, but I thought it was cute. I tried to do them as random Try to do random name choice, but I don't know. Sometimes you just have a name and it's like, I can probably do better than that. It's probably like Nick Parks or something like that. Like, All right, this pile's a little bigger than the others. This has got probably 13, maybe? I don't know. Let's see. Gonna have to... So we got 13 here, right? 5, 10, 13. And this was 56, so we draw 1. Then take the top 5. So here we go. If that's a 5, it's going to be Pranav Patel. We're going to get another one of my creations. So it's going to be a 2C, a 3A, and a 3A. There's 3, and we get 2 more 3Bs, and that's it. So that's a total of 6. Fabio Antonucci is going to have to get his Ferrari and wait for next time. All right, last pile for the morning round. Nick Paddywhack Knacklin. Yep. So 44, that's another draw 1 in the top 4. So we'll just hold off on that, but it's going to be probably 5, but if there's ties, this pile's a little soft, a little light here too, so just bear with me. 1. It's funny how you separate these cards and keep dealing with them, and of course there's the guys that have been like Delmo Mazzanti, I remember him, but there's like Eric Hubbard. I have yet to really deal with him. Otavio Almeida. I mean, some of the names are quite... Royal Garibay is kind of unique, but then you get some that are just sort of... Oh yeah, there's that one. Here's one that's doubled up. So just a second as I try to get them apart. Sheridan Cook Jr., Leon Bay, and here is Ziggy. So unless Ziggy gets this one roll in his favor, he'll be out. Need a 7 or a 14 is what it comes right down to. It's a 4, so it'll be Royal Garibay. And then the, what was it? 4 top golfers. And it's going to be Leon Bay, Otavio Almeida, and Delmo and Eric. And the 2 5Cs are out. So I know that won't make Espo very happy, but I don't know. We're going to do some tournament rating adjustments eventually, so maybe that will help him. So, okay, so we got 1 and 4 is 5, so we've got 9, 14, 24, 34, 35, 36, 37 in the morning. We don't have any outstanding golfers yet. So we're basically on track for 74. We haven't had too many like 1s or 1-2s or anything like that, so this is the afternoon pairings, and again we're just again trying to get these approximately in the right ballpark for being the same size. Okay. I think I'm pretty relatively satisfied with that. And here we go. So we'll go with the first grouping, 13. So that's going to be draw 2 and 1 top golfer out of it. So there's some aspects of this that end up being tedious, and but I think it eventually culminates in some fun when things really get interesting. So we're going to have 8 in this first pile. There's Adam Trenchard. He's going to miss the cut unless he gets one of these 2 draws. So it was a draw 2 and the top remaining. Well, or if Yunli Sung and Evan Aldrich both get taken with draws. So let's see. 12. So there are 8 there. 8, 9, 10, 11, 12. It's going to be Mraz. Not Jason Mraz. Raphael. So now one more roll. 2. 1, 2, Ray Tuminello. And so now one draw. It's going to be Yunli Song. And that's 3 to start the afternoon. And so Trenchard and company are on the outside looking in. Now it's time for pile number 2. So 25, that's 5 and draw 3, right? Yes. Heath Sommers, a guy who has popped up in these first 3 tournaments some. Of course, he's got a 1B, which helps him. So he's almost assured of making the cut here with us taking, what is it, 2 draw golfers here. So that's 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. So it's a 25. That means we draw 3. There's Heath Sommers. He's going to make it anyway on the lucky roll. 11. So that's 7, 8, 9, 10, 11. Benicio Vazquez. And the third will be Jim Visacki. Vasaki, maybe that's how you say his name. So then we have 2 more top golfers to take. Gareth Leonard. And then we've got 2 3Bs. We got Marshall Weber and Todd Aarons. So we're going to take both of them. That's going to make a total of, or wait. Yeah, we took 3 and we're going to take another. So that's 6 total. And we're allowed to do that by the rules. Ties are carried in. Okay, pile 3. .55 is the top 5 golfers, so we don't even need to worry about rolling a D20 here. No randomized guys from here, so Isaiah Rogers is probably out of luck here. We'll see. We need a lot of, and there's Solari, he's a 2C. Yeah, we've already got plenty of, and there's Porter Day. A couple of 4Bs there from my creations, and then there's a 4B and a 5B. So what do we need? We said we need 5 top. So we've got Rodell, Greer Copeland, Carlos Solari. Those are 2 Cs. The 4th is a 3C. And guess what? Isaiah Rogers, he'll make it in. We're going to have 6 as we have 2 4As. So we're up to 15 out of the first 3. And we'll see what happens here with the rest. Still no outstanding golfers yet. 23, draw 1, and the top 2 left. So 10. So let's fold them out here. It was 23 is draw 1. So too bad for Dewey Sow, or Hassau, or however you say his name. I want to double check these. There's 1, 2. Well, 10 is Kenji Morita, so he'll get in, and then we take the top 2 left. And there's 2B Mackay Berry, and we've got 2C Burke Yielding. That will be it. So there's 3 that we take, and the rest, Jimmy Kimes, Ian Robards, a couple of Ellis Moberly was hanging around there last tournament. They're all out, so now we go to the final 4 pairings here, or groups. 12. That is 1 and 1. 1 draw, 1 top. So we'll just go ahead and that's going to be 16. Well, there's 8 in this pile. So with a 16 roll, 8 is Will Janis. And then the top golfer from here is Shinji Konishi, a 2B. And you got some other guys that are not going to fare so well. So that was 2 out of this. $44, still no outstanding golfers. Draw 1. Let's roll it. 4. 2, 3. Okay. Cole Lucas, he's going to make it on the 4 roll. And then everybody else, we just check to see who the top 4 left are on the 44. Well, Justin Wallace will certainly make it. And probably Jakowski, or Jakowski, maybe that's how you say it. Magellanis in this one, he will catch some luck and be in there. So it'll be a 1C, the 2-2As, and Cavallari, another 2A. So we got 3 2As in this group, and so 4 guys are all there. That will be a total of 5, and then these gentlemen are gone. All right, 2 more piles here. So we are at what? 12, 15, 25. 13, that will be 2 and 1. 2 draw, 1 top. I don't know if you can see that. That's a 12. Went quite a ways away. So let's 2. 3. 4. 5. 6. 7. 8. 9. 10. 11, and guess what? Mateo Hill is going to be number 12, so he gets in. And what was that? 2 draw and on a 13 is 2 draw and 1 top. So we go one more roll. Number 2, it's going to be Don Slattery. Guess what? He's a qualifier, and he was somewhat lucky to get in. So, the top golfer that's left, there's 2 of them, 2 3As, Franz Hockel and Gooch Wilborg. They will both make it, so that is 4 that came out of that, and now all these guys are out of luck. I'm trying to remember which it was. Yi Chen, maybe he's in the last pile. I don't remember seeing him, so here we go. Last gasp for this pile here. 34, and here's one outstanding golfer that we draw. He's going to be in his own pile. So let's turn him over and count him. So here's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12. So Chen must be in there somewhere. I didn't see him, but I'm going to go through and make sure that he was in there. So we draw one outstanding, and here it goes. It's the first guy. It's going to be Nick Yarlett. So he will be outstanding, and then we draw top 3 remaining. So let's see, any 2s? No 2s. There's going to be there's 2 3s. And then 2 4Bs, so they'll get in. So one outstanding. I want to write down here, Nick. So Nick Yarlett will be in his own pairing, or his own group there for the round 3 stuff. So he should get a pretty high placement among the golfers, and the rest of these guys are going to miss the cut. So let's see what we've got here. I'm going to turn this up a little bit more. Zoom in a bit. So we had 37 from the morning. We've got 15, 25, and 8. 33 plus 1, that's going to equal 71, which is a pretty good cut number right there. Nothing bad about that. Let's double check these additions here. 13, 23, 32, 37, and then 9, 15, 20, 25, and 8, 33 plus 1. So 70 plus 1, and one outstanding player there in Nick Yarlett. So I want to see what my timing is. I got 44 minutes under it. And all right, so the other thing I want to check real quick is I have this list of to-dos that I came up with that I want to just make sure I didn't forget about something. I feel like I've done this. This is my 4th time that I'm hoping some of this is coming naturally. So we determine this target score, which is 270. I did the roll of the D6s, the D6 and the decider die. I came up with the remaining golfers for the field. I did that. Combine all the qualifying players. Do it. Divide them into 8 piles. Do the making the cut. Divide the made cut. Outstanding. Okay. Repeat for afternoon. Check. We have at least 70. All right. So I think I'm going to close it down after that. So we've got 71 golfers. One's outstanding, but they will make the cut here at Pacific Golf Links. I'm going to turn this around. Give me a moment while I do that. All right, so here we are. Granbury lost in the playoff. Heck, Al's got a better memory than I do. I just saw that comment. So, so kind of, I mean, I'll just discuss. I don't think it is now. But I'll double here. Can you hear me now? Can you hear me now? Okay. So where do we go from here? This is what I do. I need to take the pile of made the cut, or actually what I'm going to do is I'm going to take the pile of the missed the cut guys, and I'm going to take them upstairs to my computer, and I need to input them as cut casualties in my spreadsheet. It's a manual process. I wish I had some way to, like, it would be neat if each of these cards had a little like barcode thing that somehow you could QR. It was, yeah, Granbury. It was a good tournament, but like you could use your QR scanner on your phone and just like populate it in something. But at this point, I don't have that, so I just kind of I have to go one by one, and I just set what I do in my database is or my spreadsheet. I just give them a random like 150 score, because the way I have it set up is that any score under 200 is considered a cut casualty. So if I put 150 in there just as a placeholder, then it'll sort those out of it and have the rest in there. What I eventually do is, well, actually, one thing I do have is the actual cut score was 144 in real life. I will probably make, it was 216, but that was a 3-round score. 144 is the translation to 2 rounds. I'll probably add 2 to it like I did to the target score to make it 146. Earl, did I make the real golfers, or was that a set? Oh, that was a set. That actually comes with History Maker Golf. So the Tiger Woods, Phil Mickelson, Miguel Jimenez, and Davis Love III. That was part of the 2000s Greats set that comes with History Maker Golf when you purchase it. I now have the 2016-2017 season that I could probably grab some guys from as well. So Keith's been really helpful in supplying those pretty quickly. It's just a matter of timing, but so that's what I need to do next. As I said, I wish I could, maybe sometime if I can figure out how to do a webcam and maybe have a few minutes of quiet time, I can actually, because it's tough when the family's around, being able to do sort of a overview of the tools that I have, that I've created in Google Sheets to be able to, extract all of the information as far as scores and, coming up with points and dollar figures and all that stuff. So it took me some time, but it works pretty well right now. So I'll tell you what the biggest problem with that was, because you have to do some cross-referencing and all that stuff, is getting all the spelling right. You've got some of these names here that are not so common, like I think Heejin, I can't remember his full name, but I had it in there as Neejin, N-E instead of H-E-E. Well, if you're looking for a name in there in your scoreboard or whatever, and it's wrong, then it's just going to bring back 0 when he earns some money. So those are the types of things that you really have to watch out for when you're developing some interlocking spreadsheets and stuff, that your data is valid and it's looking for the stuff that you want it to look for. So but anyway, I think that is going to be good enough for today. I would imagine at some point tomorrow I will look to do the third round where we set up the leaderboard. So I'm going to sign out. Thanks for watching. We got 71 golfers ready for the weekend here at Pacific Golf Links. Hint, hint. Think about Bing Crosby and, Jack Lemmon, Bill Murray, Huey Lewis, who else? Some other guys that have played this course as amateurs. Al, you'll appreciate, a couple years ago I saw both Bill and Tom there playing. So anyway, I'm going to sign off. Thanks a lot for watching. We'll be back tomorrow with the next batch of stuff we have to do for this tournament. So have a great night and rock on. Enjoy. God bless.